Rise and shine. Pour yourself a cup of coffee and tune in to Good Morning Aurora. News, weather, and really cool interviews. Monday through Friday from 8 to 9 a.m.
Good morning, Aurora. Good morning, Aurora. Good morning, Aurora. The time is 8 a.m., and you are listening to and watching Good Morning, Aurora, the second largest city's first daily news podcast. And yes,
Oh, look at him with the applause. But I mean the live studio audience.
Right, it's the live
applause.
studio audience.
I always forget about that.
We are joined today by our friend, dear compatriot, fellow Auroran, and all-around cool guy who likes his iced coffee.
I do.
His cold brew.
Cold brew.
Cold brew, to get it right.
There's a difference. You got to make sure you order those right.
What's the
Otherwise
difference?
Apparently, one is brewed cold and stored, and one is an iced Americano, which is poured then over ice.
I
had no idea.
I had no idea. Damn.
Right.
Okay. Word up.
Didn't
Word
ask
up.
you that at McDonald's. They just, would you like some frap juice, extra frap juce, whatever that is?
We have
Don't
our
drink the frap
brother
juice, folks.
Diesel
Go
in the house. Yeah, he's here today. He's here. Good morning, GAMS, the Great American Morning Show. That's right, we're in here. Norma Peterson, good morning to you as well. Good morning to all of our friends, all of our squad. All right, BTP has the day off. He returns tomorrow. Tomorrow, don't forget, you know what tomorrow is, right?
Wednesday.
That's right, which means
Wednesday show.
Buenos dias, Aurora, fool. Come on, man.
Right on.
What in the world are you? Yeah. Buenos dias, Aurora. The second largest city's first bilingual news podcast. That's what that is. That is.
I might not have known what day it happened on, but I knew that you were doing it. And I know that in your community that's mixed up like this with people speaking different languages,
Right.
that's pretty gosh darn cool that you're doing that.
Right. All right. Thank you, my brother. Appreciate that. All right. Dora, good morning to you as well. Good morning to the whole Soto family. Shout out to McCarty Mills and all of our friends locally. We went to Treadwell this morning. We waxed it up. We've got news for you guys today. And then I think we got another trivia question for you guys today. Yesterday's trivia question was a good one. Burgess Meredith was the answer. That's correct.
Was that a local Aurora?
Victor. Well, no, it was not actually.
I didn't gather that. I didn't hear. There's no local history that we could do trivia on in this town. Just keep it in Hollywood, folks.
There is no local trivia?
None.
Yes, there is.
No, we had to go. We had to go to Burgess Meredith.
Well, I just used that because Batman just so happened
I
to
was
be
going to say Penguin or Rocky. There's
Penguin.
two.
Yep,
It's one of the
exactly.
two. I knew that already. It's like Jeopardy. Who
You were
is?
you were tuning in yesterday. You had to be. Interesting. All right. The Aurora Rapid Response Team: educate, advocate, and investigate. Community learning space. Know your rights training. Registration is required for that. That'll be July 10th from 10:30 to 11:30 a.m. Shouts out to our friends of the Aurora Rapid Response Team. There is a post that I'll share with you guys as well as the link after this show this morning. All right. And also, do not forget that we just had a successful meal distribution drive-through with our state representatives yesterday at St. Athanasius Greek Orthodox Church. Shouts out, 1855 Fifth Avenue in Aurora. That went very well. Okay, so now the next dates that are coming up are going to be the 16th of August, the 12th of July, and the 16th of August, and then the 13th September. All right. Shouts out. So that went very well. And if you know anyone who could benefit from the free summer meals for seniors, please let them know about it. Adults who are 60 plus and reside in Kane County are eligible for 5 frozen meals. You must call to register to be eligible to participate. You are not eligible if currently enrolled in Meals on Wheels. All right. Shouts out. So, how you feeling this morning?
I'm feeling great,
you,
Curtis.
Yeah, you
I'm
look
feeling
good.
great. The sun's beautiful outside. The weather's right about right. It's not too hot, not too cold. The river's glistening off. The sun was by the GAR, like the sidewalk just looked perfect with the bricks and everything.
It did. It did.
Yeah.
Because that's the thing. Bricks look good when you got nothing, grime between them, and the city
Right.
does the spraying out with everything,
Yeah.
so it looks like a very picturesque walkway.
Go walk downtown.
That's
No,
right.
I mean, we already did, but other people, whoever's listening, go walk downtown.
Yes, exactly. If you're tuning in and if you're listening,
Matter of fact, get up right now. Just
get outside.
turn off the show.
Get
go
outside. Shut
Go
up.
for a walk.
Greg is here. Good morning, brethren. Good morning to you as well, sir. Shouts out to Greg. ACTS, a call to shoulders, X. The current temperature right now is 59 degrees. Be 63 degrees coming up here very soon. And the high today will be a whopping 73, and that should be reached by about 3 p.m. The rest of the week has rain starting tomorrow. Rain and high temperatures. Wednesday is going to be 81, Thursday 82 degrees, Friday 79, with a 50% chance of rain each day.
Speaking of rain, we got some rain the other night there.
We
Little
did.
wind,
I loved it.
yeah.
I loved it. It was like hurricane warning. It was just insane water pouring down. You know what? There was a cat. My neighbors rescued a cat.
Mm-hmm.
The son walks the cat with a leash.
Okay. First of all, they didn't
It's
rescue
the
the cat.
craziest thing.
Where did they rescue the
craziest
cat
thing.
from, Curtis?
I don't know.
They just took a cat from somewhere. They just moved a wild cat.
I just know that they
we had,
rescued
like
this
mini
cat.
Steve Irwin living next door.
Steve Irwin wouldn't put a cat, not like unless it's like an ocelot or something. But no, the kid walks the cat on a leash.
That's awesome.
The craziest thing. Well, he leaves the cat outside to the door sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
He forgot that the cat was out. I saw him rush out and get the cat and bring him in.
Right.
As the weather got really rough. But man, laziness is just crazy out here.
Mm-hmm.
A cat on a leash. Never thought I'd see it. Greg Ellsbury's here. Good morning. And
Hey, I
Aisha
know
Saxon,
Greg.
good morning to you too as well. You know Greg?
Yeah, Greg's done a whole bunch of stuff for the community.
Yes, he has.
Yeah.
Yes, he has. Good morning to you, sir. Thanks for tuning in. The time is 8:06 a.m. All right, let's move on with the news because I've got something else to tell you guys about, which is very important, and I think that everyone should know about this because this is another example of some of the things that we talk about with our issues in the attempts to improve them. Improving Procurement Policies and Practices, a 2021 disparity study virtual meeting. Now, this Wednesday, the 23rd, from noon to 1:30 p.m., and you must RSVP for this, the City of Aurora invites the local business community to participate in a virtual public meeting for the 2021 disparity study. Griffin and Strong PC, will host this virtual meeting to encourage your participation and look forward to your feedback on how the city can promote diverse representation in public contracting. Now, about the study, the City of Aurora has commissioned Griffin and Strong PC to conduct a comprehensive disparity study to evaluate and provide recommendations for improving procurement policies and practices with regard to minority and women owned businesses. Public participation in this study is critical to the accuracy of the findings and recommendations, which will result in policy improvements for the City of Aurora. So, what that means, folks, is that you definitely should go out there and take part when these opportunities arise. Because if they want to know what the conditions are in the community, and if they want to hear from relevant business owners and stakeholders, then you must respond to them.
You must. You know why?
Why?
Because if you've gone to some city council meetings or you've gone to things, you can be in the Fox Valley area, you can be in the West Side. So many of us downtown are so focused in our little downtown area.
Right.
But the long and the short of it is, there might be 20 people in that room, giving their input and deciding the fate of the entire town.
True. Very true.
It's not necessarily any malice. It's not necessarily not even a good thing. But the reality is, you don't want somebody making that decision for you.
Right. You need to be in the room.
You need to be in the room.
Yep,
you need to show up. You need to listen to the Good Morning Aurora show and get educated on what's going on in town.
Boom. Just like that.
But realistically, you got to show up to these things.
Right. All right. Maria Chorito, good morning to you as well. Aisha Saxon, hello. Anna's Custom Treats is in the house. Good morning to you as well, dear friend of the show. And Bradley Clark, good morning to you as well, sir. The time is now 8:09 a.m., and you are listening to and watching Good Morning Aurora, the second largest city's first daily news podcast. It is Tuesday. We're climbing through the week.
You need to get Bradley Clark in here. That just sounds like a news radio guy's name.
Bradley Clark, right? It sounds like the Mummy
Today's
remake.
news. Right.
Starring Bradley Clark.
Exactly.
Get to the chopper.
Get him in here. Right.
Oh, goodness gracious. All right. So let's move on. I got some more news for you guys. I have been beating the bushes for you, dear friends. Hey, as you know, and as we have mentioned, Family Forest Days, Grief Outdoors. This is brought to us by the Fox Valley Hands of Hope. We posted this, and we posted the adjoining link to register and go out here and take part in these. The dates are coming up rapidly. Family Forest Days is a program to bring together families who are coping with loss for a day of fun, hope, and healing. With trained volunteers, clinical staff, and the natural resources in Kane County's own backyard, Family Forest Days offers a chance to honor lost loved ones and receive compassionate support while making new memories together. There's 3 opportunities and locations to join this program. A complimentary lunch is provided for all participants. So on the 26th from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m., Bliss Woods Forest Preserve. July 25th, 9 a.m. to 3 p.m., Leroy Oaks Forest Preserve. And August 21st, 9 a.m. to 3 p.m., Campton Forest Preserve. This family day camp is provided completely free of charge to you. Why in the world are you playing my voice on your cell phone?
Live radio, folks. This is live radio.
Oh, Lord.
Trying to share the page with the world, Curtis.
Well, thank you, big dog. Thank you, my brother. I appreciate that. Where was I? Okay, yes. This family day camp is provided completely free of charge. However, due to IDPH guidelines, space is limited. Spots are reserved on a first-come, first-served basis. There's a link to register, which I've put on the Facebook page for you guys. I'll make sure that you guys get this information again, though. I want you guys to take part in that. All right. Now, Diesel, for those who don't know you,
yes,
you grew up here in Aurora. What's your ties to the community?
I grew up here in Aurora.
You did?
My dad was a fireman in this town. I went to St. Joe's School in Aurora Central and came downtown before the casino was here. And
really?
Oh, yeah. All the good restaurants and little shops and things. It was fun. It was not what we have today. That's for damn sure.
Right.
It wasn't full of cafes and little gift shops and things for the community.
Now, you were out buying a gift when I was downtown. Let me think. What day was that? Oh, it was tacos.
Taco Day.
Taco Day. When you joined me. That's what it was.
I love Taco Day.
That's what it was. When you joined me downtown,
right, and
saved the day. Ladies and gentlemen, I was working myself to death. I had eaten 4 cherries. And that's all I had. 4 cherries and 4 cups of coffee. I was dying.
Where'd you get cherries in your coffee?
Well, I had a bag of cherries that I brought with me.
Okay.
You don't just carry
No.
bags?
The
Oh.
pits or pitless?
Pitted. You know, they had the pits.
Okay.
They had the pits.
So it's pits.
Well, yeah, pits. Because pitted would have been de-pitted.
That's always been a confusing thing, isn't it?
Oh, goodness gracious. Our guest today is Diesel. That is right. That is right. This is Diesel, our dear friend. That's who the guest is this morning. The time is 8:12. Now, Diesel is an Auroran. Been here, so his perspective is actually very refreshing. Because Diesel, he goes way back in the city, way back. So he provides good context for us here.
Yeah. Stop complaining about the city. It's a lot nicer than it was 20 years ago.
That's great.
That's just that belongs on a button. Just stop complaining. It's better than it was 20 years ago.
All right. So, El Gran Festival Colombiano, taking place July 24th and 25th in Chicago. It's a celebration of Colombian independence taking place in Humboldt Park, specifically on the intersection of Division and Mozart. This is going to be a very great, awesome event hosted by the Ortega brothers. If you go to our YouTube page and check out our interviews, even on Spotify and Apple Podcasts, you can see, listen to, and watch the interview we conducted with the Ortega brothers, Elvis and Jorge Ortega. Great guys. One of them is both are businessmen, but one has his roots in the musical community, and the second is a Marine Corps veteran and Chicago police officer. It was an absolutely marvelous interview. I encourage everybody to check it out and learn something about Colombian culture.
Right on.
It was wonderful. Great interview. I really liked interviewing those guys. Okay, let's move on.
Keep that in mind, Curtis.
What?
When you meet folks that might speak Spanish, that they're not all the same from the same place.
Oh, yeah.
And they do have different cultures. So what I was getting at with that was with the Good Morning Aurora show doing the bilingual thing. There's just a lot of different people in this town. So the language barrier is going to be the first barrier, and then after that, get to meet the other people in the community. The Usamba people, where are they from?
You got to speak a little bit closer
The
to the mic.
Usamba people over there.
Brazil.
Yep.
That's right.
There's a lot of little cultures inside of what a lot of us consider to be that other culture.
Right. Greg Ellsbury says, "Amen, Diesel. Aurora has progressed through some ugly, brighter days are upon us." Yes, sir. That is right. That's right. Word. Okay. So now I want to hit you guys with a little something. Now, you know how we do. It's something that we call, Journalism camp is going on at the Alive Center Art Room. Starting at noon and going to 1 p.m., grades 5 through 8. Journalism camp.
Right.
This is awesome. Good news here. There's a $25 non-refundable registration fee. Scholarships are available. The email for that is info@alivecenter.org. Learn the basics of journalism and journalistic writing while learning how to become informed consumers of news and information through different mediums.
Right on.
Right
How important
on.
is that?
Shouts out. That is the biggest shout out of the world, huh?
Is there going to be a Good Morning Aurora scholarship for that program?
You know what, Diesel? For that.
Live radio. Right there.
Yeah. I like that.
I like that too.
that.
I think that is super
that.
important that that's being taught to folks. That they can learn that so many people are sharing information just kind of willy-nilly right now, and it's kind of watering things down. The who, what, why, when, where, and hows that they teach you to keep things flowing, to keep things, what's the word I'm looking for, in a direction, in that traditional direction of media and news reporting.
Also checking up on sources.
Right.
Having your
to do your due diligence. You
exactly.
can't just say, so-and-so said they had taco special today without seeing if there's a taco special.
Exactly. Discerning between good news that's actually true and that which is, the latter.
Inquirers are looking for writers. If you just want to just make up stuff for unquote sources, we can get Bat Boy in town and, all that stuff.
I like that.
But really, if you're going to be reporting on issues and news, and Curtis, you do a great job of it about keeping it,
Thank you. Thank
Keeping
you
it
very
down
much.
the middle.
Yeah, I do.
You've got your own opinions, but they're not
yeah.
Good
Oh
Morning
yeah.
Aurora's opinions.
Oh yeah. I make this. Thank you very
Mhm.
much because a friend asked me not that long ago, like, what's the hardest part about, what, she thinks I have it all put together. The thing that I actually do the hardest on the show is police the information.
Mhm.
You know,
I've always been, from the day I met you, Curtis,
police
I've been impressed with your...
police the information. Yeah. No. Not.
thing.
I'm not going. There's levels that I'm not gonna go to.
Right.
And there's topics that deserve their due diligence.
Mm-hmm.
Things that are important, but you gotta follow it up.
Right on.
All right. So do a GAMS journalistic scholarship. Norma's in. That's a good idea. See that? That's how a good idea starts right there. Good morning. Tracy Duran is here, y'all. Hey, Tracy. And what a great idea. Diesel. Diesel, whenever you come on, man, the people like you.
There you go.
They like Diesel. They really do.
That's because this is my radio persona, Curtis.
Yeah, that's the only reason why.
Right.
That's it.
It's easy to be nice here.
Oh, man. Okay, and with that,
Curtis, one more thing.
I will not make age an issue of this campaign. I am not going to exploit, for political purposes, my opponent's youth and inexperience.
I'm not sure if relevant
what's that
song it is, but
Oh man, I love it.
anybody could probably throw $25 in a hat to help those folks with their scholarship, or if somebody might be just wanting to help out. Maybe you don't have any desire to go to journalism class. Maybe you're a professional journalist.
Right.
$25 to help out somebody else or a program like that isn't a lot of money.
It's not, and it's
we've-
for a very good cause
We've
too.
talked about these things before. Throw a few dollars in an envelope to get involved. Any program that's giving away something could use some support on the other end.
Right. Yep.
So,
Okay, so let's move on with the news. I got more for you guys. I got more. Also at Alive Center, there's the Girls Confidence Camp as well. 11 a.m. to 1 p.m., grades 5 through 8, and that's located in the Alive Center Art Room. Using the analogy of a compass, the girls will look at all aspects of their lives from new directions, focusing on how to use their strengths and self-talk to build self-confidence, build resiliency, identify your passion or purpose, and practice self-care. Once again, that email is info@alivecenter.org. Shouts out to Gabriel Bradford, Casey Chitwood, Anna Sierra, Addie Rubio, and every other individual involved in Alive Center at the Naperville location and in Aurora, downtown on LaSalle Street. I don't know your address at the moment, but it's cool. Yep, that's right. The time is now 8:20 a.m. All right. These people really like you. I'm every time I read that, it just makes me
they're like the same 6 people, though, Curtis.
take a sip of coffee. Wherever you guys are, take a sip of coffee. Sip it up. Diesel, do it.
Sipping
Do it.
sipping
Sip it up,
coffee
sip it
here.
up. Ah, yeah, that's right.
An interesting thing about iced coffee I found
Get it
out,
in, huh? What's
if
that?
you walk in with a coffee cup 10 minutes late to someplace, that could have been your coffee from this morning. When people see the fresh ice cubes, they knew you were late when you ordered it.
Right. That coffee's still sweating. Don't give me that shot. Right, yeah, for real. But that's the thing about it, man. That's the thing about it. Can't be late.
Not for live radio, Curtis.
Can't be late, man.
Right.
Time is of the essence. Time is everything. Interestingly enough, so the escape room, I already knew the value of time.
Right.
Right? I already knew the value of time.
Mm-hmm.
I know very well that even if Dad, is upset about it, if I offer him and his kids, right, another 15 minutes, it'll
Right.
assuage all problems.
Oh, yeah, of course.
But it takes a lot to do it, so you got to be like early.
Mm-hmm.
You have to be early.
Oh, for you folks that have never been in the studio or another studio, you would think that you walk in and just turn on the key, and it's just not that way.
Right, not at all.
Mics need to be adjusted. You need to mess with this or that, or you get a new idea or equipment. Some days a guy is a quiet talker. Some days he's yelling in the microphone.
Right. Speaking
You
of which,
just-
can you move a
there
little
you
bit
go.
closer
Speaking a little
to the mic?
closer to the microphone there.
Diesel, okay.
But that's and that's a prime example of what just happened there. You just never know. So it does take a lot of time to set up. You know, Curtis, you are here. I was surprised to see you this morning. You're a couple hours early just to get in here and turn on the microphones and say some stuff about a local town.
I've been down here since 5.
Whole lot going on.
Yep.
Whole lot going on.
That's right. That's how I get this news for you guys. And speaking of which, let's move on with the news because I got some stuff to put out to you guys. I've got some more. Yeah. Move over, CNN. We're doing it live right now. Naturalization 101, becoming a U.S. citizen. This Thursday the 24th, 6:30 p.m. at the Aurora Public Library. Join for an informative session on the naturalization process, eligibility requirements, practice, exams in the English language, and civics. Participants will have an opportunity to ask questions in a Q&A session. Registration is required in order to receive the exclusive link for the virtual presentation on WEBEX, which when you just say the whole thing, it's WebEx. Cisco WebEx. It's a virtual event in conjunction. Shouts out. The time is 8:23 a.m. All right. Also, check this out, guys. I know that you're going to like this as well. I told you guys about the Girls Education Conference, the YWCA's Girl Education Conference taking place on Thursday as well, 8:30 a.m. to 10 a.m. There is a $25 suggested donation. The conference is for educators and those with a passion about girls' education. The topic, evolving learning capabilities in a COVID world. The YWCA has a simple mission, empowering women and eliminating racism. Word up.
Again, if you don't need to go to the class and you got $25, send it over to the folks at the YWCA so they
Shouts
can run
out.
these programs.
Shouts out, right, exactly. $25. I mean, some of y'all spending $25 for a euro on DoorDash.
Right. Speaking of euros.
Speaking of euros.
I won a euro. That's
Oh,
it.
man, I
Right.
know.
You just said it
Who's
like
got a
that.
good euro in town? Anybody know where I can get a good euro in town? Who's got a good euro?
You know, Patelli's up there's got a pretty decent euro.
North Aurora?
Yeah.
Yeah, Patelli's, yep.
Actually, would you call that North Aurora up there on Butterfield?
Maybe that's not North
Kind of
Aurora.
by Pub 56 up there, yeah.
Okay, yeah, I know where it's at. No, I think that's still Aurora, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's still Aurora.
Down on Lake Street, you know, the guys got good food down there. Been some issues, but, you know, you want a good euro, you go down there. He seems to be coming around.
What guy?
Down towards the Papa G's down there.
Ah, I see. The time is now 8:25 a.m.
But the big hit
All right.
is by the DMV. By the DMV, they're getting a new Euro shop, and that's run by the folks from Papa Bear.
On the corner right there, right?
Yeah,
Okay,
where the barbecue joint was. But that was a Euro shop. BC's Euros, folks.
BC's
Euros.
Euros?
We got a clap.
Oh,
Yeah.
interesting.
So there's going to be a new Euro shop in there.
Nice. Okay. All right. In Montgomery, there's a new place in front of the Jewel that's awesome. Downtown Sandwich Center. Don Walker's. Dora, you
Of
win
course.
the Don Walker's.
How do we forget Don Walker?
Dora.
Don't forget Don Walker.
Dora. You know what?
Don't forget. They're
Right.
open. They don't always look like they're open. They're open. The food's good.
Yeah.
They're friendly people.
Shout out to Don Walker's. That's
Mhm.
right. I would be remiss. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good place. Diesel and I actually have frequented those checkered tables with the jukebox and all that,
Right.
you know, and all that good Americana in there and had lunch and chopped it up before, haven't
Mhm.
we, Diesel?
We have.
We
you know
have.
what? Everyone, let's fix something. Let's start a new campaign to get the jukeboxes at Don Walker's running. The table ends jukeboxes.
You know what? They don't
ruin
work?
this for me, Curtis.
They don't work?
I don't know if they work. I've never heard them on.
Oh. They got music playing
I don't need
overhead.
facts. We just need something to go after. We just need a movement.
Yeah, stop worrying me with facts. Yeah. Crazy. All right. Check this out, guys. I got some more good news for you. There is a community job fair. Now, hold on. Let me stop real quick and tell you something about this community job fair. So let me do this real quick. Okay, now last week and a week prior to that, I was telling folks about the job fair taking place at the Kendall County Sheriff's Office.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And you know something? All you had to do was show up.
Right.
You know, 4 people got jobs,
Mm-hmm.
left with jobs that day,
Mm-hmm.
hired on the spot, and another, I believe, 3 people got last stagers. You know what I'm saying? So the
Mhm.
last little,
Mhm.
right?
Right.
Hey, when we tell you about jobs, you can get jobs.
It worked.
That made me feel so good seeing that.
Curtis, it worked. That's the point. Those 4 people, it worked.
Word.
And that's one of the things that the sheriff's doing up there is he's, I guess some guys just don't like seeing a guy twice. So he just does everything he has to do to make sure they don't have to come back.
Ending recidivism, folks.
Mhm.
Recidivism, that's the word of the day, recidivism. All right, community job fair taking place Wednesday, July 7th from 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. Hosted by State Representative Barbara Hernandez of the 83rd District. It's going to be at Prisco Community Center, 150 West Illinois Avenue here in Aurora. Individuals seeking employment are invited to learn more about job opportunities at approximately 15 businesses local to Aurora. On-site interviews will be available and resumes are recommended. Now, if you need help with your resume, reach out. Go to the library. Send Good Morning Aurora an email. I'll put you in touch with somebody who does resumes. I mean, hey, depending on how bad your resume is, I might even take time, pour a glass of wine, past 6 p.m. and clean it up for you. Maybe. You never know. Whatever it takes to make sure that you get a job, we will do it.
And that's the same Barbara Hernandez. It's not sitting in an office someplace in Springfield. The same woman you can walk up to at the cafe and say hello to. Same woman you see at the same grocery store you shop at. That is what a representative is supposed to be doing. Representing.
Right. All right. Tracy tells us, I remember when the Stallion restaurant had the mini table jukeboxes. It was located where Chicagoland restaurant is now. The Stallion. Damn.
Oh, yeah.
Wild Stallions. What movie is that from?
Wild Stallions? The
What's
sequel?
That? What movie is that from?
Oh, I thought that was the name of the movie.
No. Oh, Diesel.
I'm not an actual horse expert, Curtis.
It's barely a horse reference.
I gathered, otherwise I would have known. That's why it wasn't immediately obvious to me.
Oh, Diesel, you're something else. The time is now 8:29 a.m., and you are listening to and watching Good Morning Aurora, the second largest city's first daily news podcast. All right, let's talk about some music, because I've got some good music news for you guys, and I know that you're going to like this. First of all, Diesel, what kind of music do you like? What do you listen to?
I'm pretty open to the musical tastes. I try and avoid the country music like it's lava on the floor, like jumping around on the furniture. But other than that, I'm pretty open. I have an affection for early '90s gangster rap, which you wouldn't immediately associate.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, I love me some Public Enemy.
Oh, Public Enemy is great music. Public Enemy is good stuff.
They're still putting out music. Folks, check it out.
Yep. Radio. Suckers never play me. All right. Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure. That's right, Tracy. That's exactly where that reference was from. Tracy Duran, y'all, always coming through. We got some pretty smart listeners. The time is now 8:30 a.m.
I'm convinced at this point that Tracy could just make stuff up and we'd have to believe her. She's just right on. She knows everything about everything.
She does. She really does. Yep. Okay, guys. So, hello to everybody out there. Thank you, Anna, very much. I appreciate you. If you're just tuning in, it's Good Morning Aurora, the second largest city's first daily news podcast. Did you watch yesterday's interview with Elizabeth French of Elizabeth French Art? Yes. It was wonderful. We talked about art therapy. We talked about involving youngsters who are on the autistic scale in expression, creativity, and art. And we also talked about her history as an artist, growing up in Downers Grove and then eventually moving to Aurora. It was a wonderful episode. Check it out on our YouTube page. And if you are not yet subscribed to our YouTube page, please subscribe to our YouTube page. It would mean so much to us. We appreciate it. The time is now 8:31. All right. So let me read you guys this, because I know that you're going to like this. I saw it, and it made me smile, too. Live music is back and touring indie acts at Summer Solstice Yorkville. Summer Solstice Yorkville is going to offer locals and visitors an excellent opportunity to enjoy the rising stars of independent music and craft brewing on the scenic Yorkville riverfront the 25th and 26th. So this weekend, y'all. This year's festival lineup includes touring bands and independent artists from across the country, complemented by performances from a curated collection. That was a good one. The run-on sentence, but that was pretty good. a curated collection of Chicagoland musicians, some of whom are regular fixtures at the festival. Shouts out to our friends of Enjoy Aurora, the Aurora Area CVB, the Sizzle Vizzle Bizzle. That's the Convention and Visitors Bureau. All right,
What do you
Friday.
think would bring people to town?
Huh?
What do you think they needed? What do you think would bring people to town? Really, from all over the world.
The same things that bring people to lots of towns: a thriving arts, a thriving and robust art scene,
Mm-hmm.
and food.
We have those.
We do.
To all our international listeners, come see us.
Right. Well, we got check-ins from the UK on Good Morning Aurora. Shout out to the UK. They checked in, so we appreciate that. Got some listeners, got some spins across the pond, as they say.
There you go.
Yeah, Boris Johnson tuning in and all that.
Mhm.
They playing us in Parliament, y'all. All right. We hope they're playing us in Parliament. That'd be cool. The House of Lords got Good Morning Aurora.
There you go. Right.
Sire, they tell us that we should be
Don't-
tuning
now
in.
You're just gonna upset the whole country over there. It's just all Monty Python jokes. Just keep it local, Curtis. Keep it local.
All right. Where was I? Anyway, let me tell you about the stage and the musicians. Friday on the River Stage, Olivia Port's music, 5 p.m. and 6:15 p.m. John Till, 7:35 and 9 p.m. Pavilion Stage, John Condron, 5 p.m. David Quinn at 6:45 p.m. Alex Williams at 8, and the Vandaliers at 9:30 p.m. And then Saturday,
Vandaliers.
yeah, the Vandaliers. All right, you know who that
No,
is?
not at all.
Oh, you were just saying it.
Right,
Oh,
It
okay.
just sounded
Wow.
good.
That
Sounded
that
good.
did sound good. It sounded.
Now
so-
we have to Google them. Everybody Google the Vandaliers.
Okay, check it out. Now, Saturday, June 26th, on the Pavilion Stage, Screeching Halts at 1:30. Yard Eagle at 2:50 p.m. Tim Gleason, 4:10 p.m. Jack Stringer at 5:30. Craig Brown Band at 6:50. Okie Dokie at 8. Desert Noises at 9:30 p.m.
Desert Noises.
I like that. I like that
Right.
one. I like Okie Dokie too. That's interesting. On the River Stage, Nikki Morgan at 5 and 6:20 p.m. and Air Park at 7:40 and 9 p.m. respectively. Shouts out to our friends of Enjoy Aurora. That's right. Are you going to any of those shows, Diesel? Are you going to
probably
do?
be out following motorcycle racing those weekends, so more than likely not.
Okay.
But go down to that section of the river. Go check out the river down in Yorkville. Go check out Salerno's Red Hots, if I can drop a name there. They got some good hot dogs down there by the river.
Can you please talk into
the microphone.
the microphone?
Is this? I think we need some better microphones, Carson.
No, you just need to bring it to your face.
It could
just
not be
bring
me.
it to your face.
All right.
Bring
Is
it
this
to your
better?
face.
Right here? Right here? Is this
Bring
like
it to your-
this?
there.
Is this? I feel
Right.
like I'm in
now
prison
don't move.
I feel like I'm in
because the way
prison
you're
now,
laid
Curtis.
back in the seat.
All right, got
Don't
it.
move from there.
Got it. Okay.
Even if you have to itch, don't
just
don't scratch.
move.
Just don't move.
No Herbie Hancock
There you go.
scratching. None of that.
Hey,
Don't we
hey,
have a scratch?
hey. Oh,
Where's it at?
God. What? Do we have a what?
I thought we had a scratch.
A scratch?
A scratch button there, man.
Yeah, we do have a scratch button.
Where was it at?
Oh, well, that wasn't the scratching I wanted you to do.
What? Oh, I gotcha.
Like if you itch,
Like
don't
if I-
scratch.
Gotcha.
Right.
Okay.
Just stay there.
All right.
Okay, let's move on to the news. See, this is the thing about live radio.
Live radio.
All right. Our friends at Harry Beast Dog Parlor are having an awesome party on July 25th, which is a Sunday. Food, cars, and really cool people. That's going to be a great gathering, and we will be there on the scene from noon to 5 p.m. 215 West Galena Boulevard. Help celebrate the 3rd anniversary of our friends and their great business. Check it out. We've posted about that. We're going to be up there. They do a lot of good stuff there with your pet. Get your pet going from ashy to classy with Harry Beast Dog Parlor.
And get him one of those little bow ties, those little dog bow ties. I
Right.
got those too.
Looking like a puppy Pee Wee Herman. That's
Right
really
on.
cool stuff. Okay. Kane County Triad and several of our other friends and community partners are coming together. It's going to be for the annual Triad Picnic for Seniors. This is going to take place on Tuesday, August 10th from 11:30 a.m. to 1:30 p.m. at the Phillips Park Pavilion, 1000 Ray Moses Drive. The cost is a whopping $3, and seniors can register online or in person at any Fox Valley Community Center. Okay? Now you have to register by the 1st of August. To register online, use code 112007-01. That code again is 112007-01. You can also register by phone with Senior Services Associates Incorporated by calling 630-897-4035. Shouts out.
So if you have a senior neighbor and you're talking to them in the driveway about what they're going to do, let them know about the program. Maybe they're not listening to Good Morning Aurora.
Right. Let them know about Good Morning Aurora.
Right.
Hey, Otis, are you tuned in? Tune in. We can do it up for you. We got
Right on.
good news. We have news for everybody.
Old people love radio, Curtis. They should all be tuned in. You get the WGN fans over here, just converting them.
Yeah. Just
Yeah.
converting them.
Right.
You know, actually, my neighbor across the street, he saw the hoodie one day.
Mhm.
You know, I'm talking to him.
Right.
Older guy. He got beautiful lawn out
Right,
there,
that
riding
guy.
mower.
Lawn guy.
Yeah. Out there talking to him one day. What's that? I'm like, oh, Good Morning Roy. You know, it's the second largest city's first daily news podcast. And he was like, podcast. Oh, yeah. He was like, I know. That's the new thing now with the videos. And I was like, well, you know, you can do videos and all that. But like, no, it's like radio nowadays.
Right.
You know, that I was telling him that.
Yeah, yeah.
And so I hope that he's listening. It'd be cool if he was tuning in because I really like that guy.
Mhm.
Yep. But yeah, I like traditional radio. I always have.
Yeah.
I've always been a fan of traditional radio. When I watch movies like Untouchables,
Mm-hmm.
right? I like how they got like the radio. Remember, that's where sports, everything was.
Right.
You had to listen to somebody telling you the basketball game.
Yeah, exactly.
Think
It
how
was
boring that'd be now.
They still tell you the basketball
still
game. You still
say-
listen
yeah.
to NASCAR on the radio. I never understood that one. You know?
But people like that.
Yeah.
People like that. Yep. They're going around the track. Oh, number 3 wiped out. That's interesting, man. Okay. So the next thing we're going to talk about here is that this week, Open Door Health Center of Illinois, Walgreens, and our state senator Christina Castro of the 22nd District and State Representative Hernandez promoting National HIV Testing Week, greater than COVID. From 10 a.m. to 4 p.m., there's two offices. The main office is 1665 Larkin Avenue in Elgin, and the Aurora office is 157 South Lincoln. All love is created equal, no matter. And call or text for appointment 630-945-6229. Walk-ins are welcome. Shouts out to these great organizations and our senators and representatives. Very cool. Very cool. Okay, man. And I got more news.
More
Holy
news.
cow, there's more news. There is
All right.
even more news. Now, Diesel. Oh yeah, I got to do something here for Diesel.
What do you got there? What do we got there? All right.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I was gonna give you cash next time I saw you.
All right. Right on.
Instead of
Right
that, pay and Zelle and all that
Right
kind of
on.
stuff.
I
Yep.
like that. I like that.
People like cash money.
They do.
People like cash money.
They
So
do.
I had to pay
All right.
my boy Diesel back. But Diesel and I had an interesting conversation the other morning. We were having a breakfast of sausage McMuffin,
Mm-hmm.
hash brown, coffee. And we were talking about Juneteenth and other things
Right on.
and holidays and everything like that. And I think we concur that our world is moving, and by our world, our people, our communities,
Mm-hmm.
are moving in the right direction. Is that a fair statement?
That's a fair statement.
Right. How do you feel, Diesel, that a wider, more broad and all-encompassing peace can be reached? Are we, what more do people need to do to get that proverbial wide sandbox?
Oh, they need to let their kids not become who they are. Can I say assholes on the air?
Yeah, you can say
Yeah,
that.
okay. Don't teach your kids to be assholes, even if you are. And the people that are trying to change the world, work on the kids. Don't necessarily try and fix some. You're not going to win an argument about a rebel flag with a guy wearing a rebel flag T-shirt.
Right,
You're not going to enlighten him.
right.
Okay, start with the next generation. Just make that better. Kids that are born tomorrow won't know that there wasn't a Juneteenth.
Right.
It will just always become part of their thing. Like
Right.
we were talking earlier about seatbelts. Kids they get in the car, they put the seatbelt on. That's how a car works.
Right.
They didn't know. They didn't have to go through those transition years. You're not going to make people that are not nice. You might be able to bring a little awareness, but even that's not the cause. You need to fix the problem at the root. You need to make the next generation just better.
That's well said. That's well said. And you know, there's an old saying: it's easier to create life than it is to raise the dead.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You're right. It's not. You know, you're not gonna make a 73-year-old see things any different, any better than they already do. Right. Let's bring that next
Let
generation
him just serve
up.
as a bad example.
Right. True. Very true.
Right.
Anna says that's right. It all starts at home. That's very true. That's very true. I live in a neighborhood with not many English speakers,
Okay.
but the language that is shared
Mm-hmm.
is understood and is completely saturating my neighborhood. What I love about living here,
Mm-hmm.
where I live,
Mm-hmm.
is that we're all looking out for the safety of everybody.
Of course.
Right?
Of
The
course.
little bit that me and the dad next door do communicate
Mhm.
on is our disdain at people who speed down our street.
Mm-hmm.
Why are they speeding?
That's a universal look.
Why are they speeding?
Right.
Right? We got kids on bikes. What is this?
Right.
That's the beauty.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? That's the beauty. Handing food over the fence. Oh, try this out.
Mhm.
That's the beauty.
I was just gonna say that's the universal thing is if you smile and wave at somebody and offer them food, it doesn't matter what language anyone's
it's
speaking.
like
Everyone knows what
this.
that
It's
is.
like, yeah, it's like that. Right. It's the universal language,
Mhm.
man. I think the universal language has just got to be cool, man. Just peace, baby. Just go love.
Everybody wants the same thing. They just don't understand it all needs to go in the same direction to get there. But again, nobody wants to see somebody speeding down the street and hit a kid in a car. Even the guy speeding in the car is like, man, I hope there's no kids playing on the street today. Sure, I'm being a selfish asshole and reckless, but I sure hope nothing bad comes of it. I don't go out intending to have that happen.
Right.
You know, so when that's it. Everyone wants the same thing. Everyone wants to get along with their neighbors. Maybe they don't know how. Maybe their daddy didn't teach them how to be nice to their neighbors. That's all they know. But they do know that they don't want, guy with a bunch of tires in his yard and cars taken apart. That's what my neighbors keep telling me anyway.
Dora says, why is that so hard? Neighboring needs to be a thing again. Amen. Well said. Totally well said. You know, it's just, and I notice the small beauties in life, right? Because now our neighbors, we all have the same. I know that when that vehicle pulls up, that's their dad, then they come out there and play soccer a little bit because they got a big yard.
Right.
But then, like, anytime they see my son, he goes over there. Now they all playing soccer. Well, they teaching him.
Mm-hmm. They're teaching him, Curtis.
And then me and the dad, now we stand in the street, chopping it up to the best of our ability. He works at ComEd, got the orange stripe thing on and all that. And then here comes this guy speeding down the street.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And now it's like the dad club. And it's crazy because I'm not even that old, and it's, but these guys, it's beautiful, man.
This isn't a damn racetrack, right?
Yeah, it's crazy, man. It really does feel good. It really does feel good. Because last year I was living in an apartment.
Right.
So, you know what I'm saying? I wasn't like exactly, I really didn't have neighbors like that. Not like this.
You'll recognize Curtis's house by the political signs supporting good, like-minded candidates and the "Get Off My Lawn" sign.
Right.
I
got lawn gnomes. Yeah,
right,
that's what
there
I
you
got. Oh, goodness gracious. Okay, so let's got some more news to tell you guys about, so get ready for that. Our friends of the Fox Valley United Way, they're having their very first Halloween Hustle 5K and 1 mile fun walk, a great fundraising event, the proceeds of which will ensure financial support for our children. The date will take place on October 17th at 9 a.m. Phillips Park. Sponsorships available, registrations required for that. And last but not least, you guys, this may not be the last piece of news I'm going to give you at all, but got to remind you about it. excuse me, Freeman Elementary School PTA, West Aurora School District coming together with Luigi's Pizza selling pizza kits. This is going to, the funds of which are to be gathered to replace a Caterpillar play structure erected at Freeman in 1986. That structure is a memorial donated by the parents and sister of Orrin Davis, a 10-year-old student who passed due to leukemia. The cost for the kits is $10, and it's a kit with 5 mini pizza crusts. You can do a lot with that. Teach the kids how to cook and have a yummy, yummy, yummy event at your home for a good cause. Okay. Now 732 Prairie Street. Excuse me. Shouts out.
Luigi's Pizza is always doing something for the community. Always. They've fundraisers. They help out. They hire folks. If you've ever watched some of Bill's things, he's got his own political views. There's no doubt about that. Mm-hmm. But as far as just being somebody who's been around and truly gives back to the community, that is definitely Bill over at Luigi's Pizza.
Well, his views are right in line where they should be.
Right.
I feel. I mean, you know what? I'll tell you a story. This is crazy. I'll tell you how life happens, right? Mm-hmm. Way before Good Morning Aurora.
Right.
A friend of mine was like, "Hey, I need your help doing this pop-up sales event." I'm like, "Where's that?" "Luigi's Pizza." I'm like, "Okay." And I thought, like, a pop-up sales event at a pizza place?
Right.
And the man let the whole parking lot was an expo. Mm-hmm. You could go out there, you shopping and eating ice cream, and the kids are running and playing. That's separate from Luigi's.
Right.
Like, and see, that's the thing that people don't do. See, he's got all of that space, and it's not about money. It's about letting other people have a good time.
Right.
Because you can do that. Mm-hmm. And not see, that's the, like Michael Morkert at Java Plus. Mm-hmm. Right?
Right.
It's his business, it's his store, but what does he spend his time doing? Letting people do donation drives there and all kinds of stuff for their own benefit.
Right.
For their own benefit. I don't need to, it's all good. Mm-hmm. That's
building community.
That's building community.
Right.
That's building community. You know what I mean? That's like the people who let us way back Good Morning Aurora days. Mm-hmm. Shout out to Ron and Melinda at Support Text, 1 East Benton.
Oh, talk about people that are just giving back.
Come on, man. Good Morning Aurora needed help then. Good Morning Aurora needed help. We needed help. No amount of money would have been able to help what we really needed, which was a space.
Right.
And they let us record there for free. Mm-hmm. Shouts out to Ron and Melinda.
When they have the art shows, everything's done up right. They've got nice big displays. It's
big
an
time.
Open gallery.
Yep.
It's just
shout out to Visual Arts up in there. American Legion Post 84. Mm-hmm. Oh man, Mike Eckberg, Stephanie Kiffwood, all of them. Shouts out the whole building.
Hey, other than Tracy Duran, does anyone remember? Does anybody remember Luigi's on the East Side?
Brian Hendrickson's watching. Good morning to you, sir. What's it called? Luigi on the East Side?
When they were on the East Side. Does anyone remember where they're at?
If you remember where Luigi's was on the East Side, put that in the chat. Let us know about that. We like history.
Yeah, way back when.
Props to Luigi's from Norma Peterson. That's right. Props to Luigi's. Very, very true. I got to check them out. That's Anna. Yes. Okay. So I interviewed Bill Pauls, and he was a great guy to interview. Oh, yeah. I had a story, too, that's on our Instagram page. If you want to watch a snippet of that or watch the interview on our YouTube, subscribe to the YouTube page. High Street, Dora, holla!
Dora's talking about Tony Weed's Pizza.
Huh?
She's talking about Tony Weed's Pizza.
Tony Weed?
Is that who she's talking about?
No, talking about Luigi.
Because he was over on New York Street next to Angelo's Liquors.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. I wasn't around then.
Well, I do.
So where was it then?
He was over on next to Angelo's Liquors, which is by the Burger King on New York and Farnsworth.
Angelo's Liquor.
Long since gone.
Okay.
But right up there on New York and Farnsworth, basically.
Because there's that other little place, that little La Velita liquor store.
Probably the same liquor store.
Okay, all right. Across from La Sierra Tacos.
Yep.
All right.
Yep.
Aldi's across the
Yep.
street. Okay.
So I don't want to stand completely correct, but I'm sure that she's talking about Tony Weed's Pizza
All right, well,
on
we'll
High
see.
Street,
We'll see. Shouts out.
right
The
over there
time
by
is-
the Luxembourg Club,
Oh, she says yes. It was Tony Weed, not Luigi's. Okay.
which is still a
All
damn
right.
fine pizza. He's moved around a few times. Last I knew, Tony Weed's was down in Montgomery.
Nice, man. Nice. Aurora community. That's right. Here we are. Okay. I was talking about something. I was delivering news until you changed my
Talk about
mind.
delivering pizzas.
No, that wasn't it. What was it? Oh, you know what it was? I interviewed Bill Poss.
Mhm.
That's what it was. And there's a clip of that on our Instagram page. Check out the interview with Bill Poss on our YouTube page. But Bill Poss, I interviewed him on a gloomy, rainy day. And, on this particular day, my spirits weren't very exuberant. They weren't very high. I was just kind of like, yeah,
Right.
Bill Poss,
Came to play.
he was overwhelming.
Came to play.
He was
Yep.
overwhelming with his energy. He was right.
Mm-hmm.
It was like drinking coffee.
Mm-hmm.
I could not be.
Absolutely.
I couldn't be so. He was a beaming light of sun, and he stayed like a juggernaut of energy
Right.
the entire time. It got to the point I couldn't even plan with him. I just had to push record on the camera. So if you watch the Bill Poss interview,
Right.
If you watch the Bill Poss interview, the way it starts is just me like okay, he's not coloring in the lines. Like, I can't get this guy. All right, Mr. Poss, we're gonna. All right. He looked out the window and started just ranting
Right.
about some story with his mom. He was put on the bus when he was a kid at like 6 years old, and they were telling him just to go do things. And he was walking around downtown aimlessly and just doing cool stuff.
Right.
He's got that man has a story.
Right on.
He's got a great story. Shouts out to Bill Poss, man.
And a great pizza.
Off the charts. And the pizza's good. Yeah, shout out. Okay. So the last piece of news before we get out of here. Look at the time. Holy cow, it's 8:54 a.m. You were listening to and watching Good Morning Aurora, the second largest city's first daily news podcast. Look, if you were going to watch something other than Good Morning Aurora, which I don't know why you would, but if you were going to watch something other than Good Morning Aurora, there's a program called CVN. Is that
Cycle
the name?
Vision Network?
Cycle
Is that what you're
Vision
talking about?
Network, right? Is that
I was
what
hoping to talk about Cycle Vision Network or just motorcycles in general.
Okay, yeah. Now let us know about Cycle Vision Network.
Cycle
What is
Vision
it?
Network is a website and a media company, and we're doing all your race coverage for local racing and getting people involved with motorcycles, doing some side projects, promoting the whole industry, not just one facet of it. So you can catch us on Facebook at cyclevisionnetwork.com or at CVN on the web.
Okay.
And come out and watch some motorcycle racing. Come to the local track, bring your kids, bring your family. You can camp at most of the tracks and have a good time. Who doesn't like motorcycles, Curtis? You see a little kid sitting on the street, you ride by and vroom, the exhaust, and yay!
Exactly.
They love them.
Exactly, yeah. Kids before they know what a motorcycle, yeah, they love them. It's just an inherent love.
You know, this is another thing. Recently I saw somebody else's meme, but I'm going to go ahead and use it. They were talking about the fact that motorcycles aren't inherently dangerous; they're inherently unforgiving. So keep in mind as you're out driving around in your car, look for people on bikes. Bikes, look for people in cars. Man, it works both ways.
Right.
The laws in Illinois don't make you wear safety gear, but probably still do it too.
Yeah.
So
It
just some
seems like a
things there.
no-brainer, right?
Right.
It does.
Check out the Isle of Man. If you want to see some motorcycle stuff, not directly CVN related, punch in Isle of Man motorcycle race on your phone and just watch people race through a city in an entire country dedicated to motorcycle racing.
What country is that?
The Isle of Man.
Duh, yeah.
Yeah, they're right off the
My
coast of
bad.
Ireland, and
My bad.
200 miles an hour down cobblestone streets, and everybody's involved, and it's just incredible.
All right. So, we enjoyed having Diesel on the show today. It was good. Man, good to see you.
Right on. I like being here, Curtis.
Good to
I
see
like
you,
being
man.
here.
Good to see you.
Right.
I have to tell you, Diesel, it's also very cool to have you on the show, considering that You know, you remember when there was no Good Morning
do.
Aurora.
Curtis, people can say to you now, Curtis, I've been listening to you for over a year.
I didn't think about that. You're right.
Yeah.
Yeah, hell yeah. Yeah.
I heard some lady, I thought of you. I was driving home the other night, and some lady on WGN, she's like, I've been listening for 63 years since mine. I always wanted to talk to you folks, and this is the greatest opportunity. That's my old lady voice. I don't know. Actually, it was pretty accurate because it was the radio I heard her.
Yeah.
But in any case, that's the thing, man. You've been doing this a long time, so it's good to be back here again.
Yeah,
And,
man. It feels good. It feels good because you. So at the same time as well, got to give props to, we're gonna clap for Diesel. We're gonna clap. We'll clap for my boy Diesel. There was a moment. There was a pivotal moment in this show. As pivotal as the Ron and Melinda story.
Mm-hmm.
There was a pivotal moment in this show where there was literally a day where there was not gonna be a show unless we could produce microphones and stands, like take it back to the 1940s and build the bands, like.
Right.
And Diesel came through, looked like he jacked a Best Buy. It was awesome. Diesel came through with stands and mics and set it up like the Four Tops. It was wonderful. That was really cool. That was a big day. Big day. But yeah, and then the next thing you know, we got cell phones. How about that?
There you go. Right.
Okay. So we appreciate all of you guys for tuning in and listening and watching Good Morning Aurora, the second largest city's first daily news podcast. We have some great things cooking for you guys. I have told you, and you guys know that I'm not playing when I say it, that stay tuned for what Good Morning Aurora is about to do next. More community, more stories, more positive news, more things to make you smile, more things to make you say, check that out. And again, our email is goodmorningaurora@gmail.com.
Right on.
If there's anything going on good in the community, whether you're doing it or your sister's doing it or your brother's doing it, let us know about it.
Right on.
We'd like to give people the shout out. This show exists for the little guy to have a voice. All right, Diesel, what do people need to know before we get out of here? I'll give you the last word.
Real quick, Curtis, that Good Morning Aurora sweatshirt you got on, where's the guy get one of those?
Okay, here's the thing. We got some issues with the published. We talked about this before the show, but you get them at Cottonseed Creative Exchange.
Got it.
Cottonseed Creative Exchange for your Good Morning Aurora merch.
Right on. As you're going through town, east side, west side, downtown, if you come across the homeless folks, be nice to them. You don't have to give them money, but show them some respect and some dignity,
Right.
Support the local businesses. The pandemic's kind of lifted, and we get to, talk and go out to restaurants more and see those people. And kind of like we talked about today, if you hear a program on this show or another show and you're like, oh, that'd be a great thing, but I'm not a senior, I'm not a journalist writing as a kid or whatever, but you like the idea, get a hold of the people, throw some money in an envelope, and sponsor somebody else.
That's right. Show some love. All right. And with that, we are out of here. We hope that you guys have a blessed, positive, wonderful Tuesday. We appreciate Diesel coming on to the show. And all of you guys out there, I want you to definitely do something nice for somebody else if you can. You know how we do. Take care of yourself and each other.